Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm absolutely thrilled to guide you through today's explainer. We're going to be going on a bit of a math hero's journey today. Seriously, we are going to strip away those digital crutches we've all grown so used to, and we're going to rebuild your mathematical confidence right from the ground up. We'll be starting with simple foundational addition and scaffolding our way all the way up to complex multi-digit multiplication. Trust me on this one. By the end of our time together, you're going to see numbers in a completely new, incredibly empowering way.
But first, picture this scenario. You're out running errands, or maybe you're right in the middle of a really crucial project, and suddenly you need to multiply 46 by 526. So you reach for your phone, but the screen is black. The battery is completely dead. Panic sets in, right? You know that dreaded math sweat I'm talking about? So what actually happens if you don't have a calculator? Well, for a lot of us, we just freeze. But today, we're going to make absolutely sure you never need that battery power ever again.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap to total mathematical independence. We're going to hit 4 stops. 1. Multiplication as elongated addition. 2. Using the multiplication table. 3. Multi-digit long multiplication. And 4. Put it into practice.
Starting off with section 1, multiplication as elongated addition. Basically, just a faster way to add.
To really master this, we need to clearly distinguish between the two main characters in any multiplication story. Take the example of 4 times 5. The crucial point here is understanding their roles. The multipland is the number actually being multiplied, so here, that's the number 4. And the multiplier? Well, think of that as the boss. It tells you exactly how many times you need to add that multipland. So here, our multiplier is 5. We are taking the number 4, and we need to add it exactly 5 times.
Let's break this down into a foolproof 3-step game plan. Just think of me as your personal math coach right now. Step 1, you write down your multiplicand. Step 2, you look directly at your multiplier to see exactly how many times you have to write that multiplicand down. And step 3, you just add them all up to arrive at your answer. It's pure, straightforward logic.
Look at how this actually plays out visually. We simply take our multiplicand, the number 4, and write it out exactly 5 times, guided by our multiplier. Once they're neatly stacked up, we just do some basic addition down the line. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 4 is 16, plus 4 gives us our final answer of 20.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core truth of the whole concept. 4 times 5 is literally mathematically identical to adding 4 to itself 5 times. It's not magic, guys, it's just highly efficient addition. Once you grasp this, absolutely nothing in multiplication can truly intimidate you.
Moving right along to section 2, using the multiplication table to drastically speed up the process.
Now, check out this beautiful 10 by 10 grid. It is essentially your ultimate cheat code. Instead of manually stacking and adding numbers every single time like we just did, we can use 3 very simple steps to navigate this grid and find our answers instantly.
It turns abstract math into a physical coordinate search, kind of like navigating a map. Step 1, you locate the multiplier. Remember, that's the boss, which is 4 in our example, straight across the top row. Step 2, you locate the multiplicand, the number 5, straight down the very first vertical column.
Now for the fun part. Step 3 is to just follow that column down from the top and follow that row across from the left. Where they intersect is your absolute answer. It's exactly like a treasure map where X marks the spot. You just visually trace those lines until they crash right into each other.
And look at what we find right at that intersection. Column 4 meets row 5 perfectly at the number 20. This absolutely proves our earlier manual addition was spot on, which really locks in that confidence. You now have 2 totally different methods to arrive at the exact same mathematical truth.
All right, section 3, multi-digit long multiplication. You made it to the boss level. Here is our ultimate challenge equation. It's exactly the one I asked you about at the very start of the explainer. 46 multiplied by 526. Now, if you just look at the numbers all at once, it feels huge. But I promise you, with the step-by-step scaffolding approach we've been building, this is totally 100% manageable.
To conquer this beast, we use the long multiplication algorithm. I know it sounds super fancy, but it actually just breaks down into an easy-to-remember, rhythm-based chant. Read it with me. Stack, multiply units, shift with a 0, multiply tens, and add it all up. Let's see exactly how that rhythm plays out on the actual page.
First up, we stack. Larger number on top, smaller number on the bottom. Now, I want you to forget the rest of the problem and just focus on the units digit of our multiplier, the 6. We multiply each digit of 526 by 6, moving right to left. 6 times 6 is 36. Write the 6, carry the 3. Next, 6 times 2 is 12, plus that carried 3 gives us 15. Write the 5, carry the 1. Finally, 6 times 5 is 30, plus 1 is 31. Boom! Our first partial product row is 3,156. See? It's just a series of really simple, single-digit problems grouped together.
Now here is the absolute secret weapon for step 3, the 0 placeholder. Before we even touch the tens digit, the 4, we absolutely must drop a 0 into the units column of our next row. Why? Well, because that 4 isn't actually a 4, it represents 40. Adding that 0 mathematically respects the place value. Once that 0 is locked in, we just repeat the process. Multiply 526 by 4 digit by digit. This yields our second partial product, 21,040. Since our multiplier 46 has no hundreds digit, we stop multiplying right there. And for step 5, we literally just add those two partial product rows together, column by column.
And there it is, the whole shebang. We manually solved a massive problem step by step, arriving beautifully at 24,196. You didn't touch a phone, you didn't open an app, you used pure logic, structure, and basic arithmetic to decode a genuinely complex problem. You should absolutely celebrate this victory.
Finally, section 4, put it into practice. Time to exercise that math muscle.
I highly encourage you to pause the explainer right here, grab a piece of scrap paper, and test out your new skills on these single-digit warm-up problems. Use the elongated addition method for a few of them, and then try mentally visualizing the grid of the multiplication table for the rest. Prove to yourself that you have totally mastered the basics.
And once you're all warmed up, I challenge the truly brave among you to tackle this list of multi-digit operations. Use the long multiplication algorithm we just learned. Remember the chant: stack, multiply units, shift with the 0, multiply tens, and add. And whatever you do, do not skip that 0. Work through these step by step, and just watch your math anxiety completely melt away.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. After walking through this journey together, seeing how the pure logic of addition scales all the way up to complex algorithms, do you now feel equipped to trust your own mental scaffolding over a digital crutch? Are you ready to ditch your calculator for good? Because the power really is entirely in your hands, or rather, in your mind. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today. Keep practicing those steps, and I'll see you in the next explainer.